for greatness. My name is written in stars, and I will give everything, all that I have to the cause. Fight against evil, run through the pain, battle it all, this is more than a game. I am a lion and I can't be tamed, it's how it was made. There's ice in my veins, run through it all. No matter the odds, I will answer the call. The enemy knocks on the door. Even the greatest among us will fall, but the greatest will get back up. So I won't back down, and I won't give up, and I will act now, and I will stand up. They know that I'm here for it all. Rise up, no matter what's in my way. Rise up, I will do what it takes. I will keep on fighting. I'll rise through it all. Rise up, no matter what's in my way. Rise up, I will do what it takes. I will keep on fighting. I'll rise through it all. Rise up. Rise up. Yeah. Walking through the shadows, I see the hangman as he stands at the gallows. The breath of the beast, the gnashing of teeth. But I won't retreat, I won't deplete. I will succeed, I got all that I need. I am prepared for this moment. I see my future and my destiny is calling. The battle is on, I will rise like the sun. I'll get it done. One day I'll look back and see that we won. I hear victory song. This is my victory song. Rise up, no matter what's in my way. Rise up.
What's up, everyone? Welcome, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Niners Sickness Podcast, coming to you live on a Friday night, right before the weekend. Some college football going on tonight, college football all day tomorrow, and then at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, the San Francisco 49ers will take on the Cleveland Browns. How will the Niners do? Will they be 6-0 or will they be 5-1 by the end of the fourth quarter? We're going to talk about that and much more right after this. Everyone, welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. How's everybody doing? Hope everyone is having a wonderful time. Before we get started, we know what to do. Let's go ahead and wipe our feet before entering and smash that like button for your boy Niners Sickness. Would appreciate that very, very much. Today's going to be a call-in show. You're going to have the opportunity to call in. You won't be seen, but you will be heard. I'm going to put the link in the description below. You click on the link, I bring you on, and you don't have to worry about a camera because I'm just going to bring your voice in, not your video. So I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear what you feel about the Niners being 5-0. Free agency deadline is coming sooner than we think. What type of moves should the 49ers make? Who would you want the Niners to bring onto the roster? Are you guys excited to see the debut of number 5, Randy Gregory at defensive end? How would he do against the Browns offense? I'm excited to see what he does. I'm excited for this game. I'm excited to go 6-0, continue to stack up wins, continue to build our wins towards the playoffs and the Super Bowl. Is this the year? the San Francisco 49ers go to the Super Bowl and defeat whoever they face? Could this be the year? Can 2023 be the year of the sixth Lombardi Trophy coming home? Well, we definitely got to take it one game at a time. And the game that is before us is the Cleveland Browns, which have a very, very dominant defense, but their offense is in question. Their offense in question, and for what I heard, Deshaun Watson will not be playing in this game. It will be PJ Walker taking over the duties of quarterback number one against our defense. Will this be a close game? Will this be a blowout? Will this be another Dallas? Or will Myles Garrett and company give Brock Purdy problems? How is Colvin McKivitz going to continue to rise? How is he going to do? Is he going to continue to play and protect well? How's the rest of the line going to do? These are the questions that I want to see answered continually each and every week. That's what I want to see. What will they do? Give me a second. Charge. All right, give me 1 second, guys. Let me do something real quick. Por favor. Give me a second. I will be having guests come in. So as they do come in, I'm going to be bringing them in. So bear with me. Right now, I have Mr. Brandon from Forever Faithful podcast coming in to join us. Give me a second. Let me make this a little bit bigger. And then I can make it smaller. All right. All right. So let me bring in Brandon. Hold on, guys. All right. Here we go. Publish. What's up, Brandon? How you doing, brother? Can't hear you. Are you muted? Hold on, bro. Let's see here. Where'd he go? All right. It says you're muted. Guest isn't there. You know what? Come out and come back in real quick. All right. Anyway, technical difficulties. Sorry for that. So let's talk 49er football. Let's talk Cleveland Browns. They will be without their star running back, Chubbs. They're going to be without their starting quarterback, Deshaun Watson. And that's a question. Can you hear anything? It says, hold on, guys. It says he's in the green room. That's weird. Testing 1, testing 2, testing. View muted. Hold on. Testing 1, testing 2. Yeah, bro. It says I'm in green. Yeah, it's weird. Weird. Sorry, guys, for the technical difficulties. All I see my boy Brandon, but it's showing me that he's in the green room when he should be out here talking. Let me see something. Oh, I see. I see something. Hold on. Maybe this is it. Hold on.
There we go.
There we go. All right.
What happened?
I was on preview mode because I wanted to make the changes of the screen, but without my viewers seeing it, I can do movements in the background, but nobody sees it but me. But I have to hit publish for it to show. So you were I will see you, but since it wasn't published, everyone was still just seeing me. But now we're
Got
good.
you. Okay.
Welcome on board.
Thank you, man. How's it going? How's your Friday?
It's good. It's good. Normally I'll be doing a live with Jess, but she's feeling a little bit under the weather from East Coast Red and Gold. So let's keep her in our prayers that she feels better. But I wanted to go live, so I told you guys I'm jumping live. You guys, I'm going to do call-ins, have people call in, and have people express how they feel about the game coming on Sunday, going 6-0. Deshaun Watson will be out. It will be PJ Walker taking over. Their offense does not scare me at all. I think our offense is good enough to deal with their defense, but I don't think their offense is good enough to deal with our defense. I understand we're playing in Cleveland in a hostile environment, but do you see this game being close, or do you see it being a blowout?
It's going to be another blowout, especially with Deshaun not being in there. It'll be another blowout for sure.
Okay.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, yes, their defense is good, but I'm saying blowout as in because they don't have a starting quarterback, because they don't have their starting running back. They're missing pieces on offense, so I don't see them scoring much, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I hear you. For those that are coming in, welcome to the show. We got Don in the house. We got John. We got, let's see here, who sneaked up on me? Dina Harvey is in the house. Welcome. We got Nick in the house. Christian in the house. We got Crazy Guy. We got my Uso brother, Jason, in the house. What's up, Jason? We got Corey Davis, the OG, in the house. We got Chemo. What's up, Chemo? Long time no see. Welcome to the show, Chemo. We got Daniel Burry Sports popping in. Let's see here. We got David Corona in the house. We got Jess from East Coast Red and Gold in the house. Welcome. We got David Lodge in the house. What's up, brother? How are you doing? Welcome to another episode of the Niners Sickness Podcast. We are previewing the Niners versus Browns, and I'm going to be doing call-in shows. You won't be seen. You'll just be heard. So if you want to come on with me and Brandon, and you want to share what your thoughts on the game is, if you have questions for me or Brandon, or just let us know how you feel about your team, you will only be heard, not seen. So if you don't have your makeup on or your hair's not combed, don't worry. You can look no worse than Brandon. So, I mean, me. Sorry.
Okay, motherfucker. All right.
But everybody, welcome to the show. Let me get this. So what are your thoughts on this game as I get this prepared for the let's see, publish, go back. Okay, publish, get out of here. All right. As we get prepared for the Cleveland Browns, and as I set up the camera for our call-ins, what do you see in this game? What do you want to see?
Well, first things first is, since I'm on here and we're doing the show together, we are both live on each other's channels, Niners Sickness Podcast and Favorite Faithful Podcast. So if you guys haven't yet already, please hit that subscribe button on both channels, and maybe even keep both tabs open if you're on the computer. It gives us both the views, it gives us more algorithm, and it gives us both growth in the channel. So really appreciate it. But anyways, going on to this question that you're asking, I feel pretty confident. Like I said, they got PJ Tucker starting, no Deshaun Watson, no Nick Chubb. Kareem Hunt's not the same as he used to be. I know that because I had him in fantasy for the past couple years, and he gave me some good points, but now he doesn't. He doesn't do shit. So um, the only thing is just looking out for their defense. Miles Garrett, for example. But other than that, I think this is gonna be a smooth walk in the park. Um, with especially with the way Brock Purdy and the offense is playing lately, we should be all right. Especially coming off of that big victory against Dallas last week, we should be all right. So, what about you, Beto?
Yeah, I'm not nervous. I just want the Niners to make sure they don't downplay to the Browns coming off this beat down of the Cowboys. I got to make sure that my Niners are ready and prepared to go into Cleveland and handle their business. I think Kyle will have their boys playing well, and I'm welcoming to see the debut of Mr. Number 5, Randy Gregory, as our defensive end. I've been watching tape of him when he was with the Broncos just recently, and he's someone that is really underrated. I think under Chris Kasarik, he's going to really be able to bring the best out of him, and hopefully he can bring that speed and pressure on the opposite of Bosa with Hargrave and Eric Armstead. And then we have all the rotational defensive ends like Jackson, Farrell. It's going to be fun to see how this defense looks going forward. So I'm excited. We got our first call in. We got Crazy Juice. Let me bring him in. And so he said, "What's up, Crazy Juice? Say hello." Crazy Juice.
Hello, Beto. I am using Google Translate Voice because I went to the Cowboys watch party at the Cowboys Stadium and I screamed so loud I ruptured my vocal cords.
Interesting. Okay, that's going to be fun. I don't know you can do that.
That's pretty cool.
Wow. That's high pitch there, bro. You know what? I'm gonna have you rest your voice. Give me a second. I'm gonna have you rest your voice, bro. That I don't know if the phone thing's gonna work. Get your voice arrested, brother. You're always welcome to come on the podcast as a caller, but yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to handle the pushing buttons and stuff. On this call, but I appreciate you trying. Wow, to lose your voice, that's crazy. You must have been going crazy doing this thing. So, anybody else who wants to call in, the lines are open. You're welcome to come in. I put the links in here so everyone sees them. You're able to come in and say hello or tell us how you feel about the podcast. Crazy Juice, don't get mad, bro, but I need to hear your voice, not a computer. That's kind of creepy. For me,
Hey,
I know it's October, but that's creepy.
put the link in my channel too, dude.
It goes to everybody's channel, I believe. But
I don't see it.
You don't? All right, hold on.
It should, but I don't see why it didn't.
So, guys, what do you guys want to see? All right, we got Brad in the house. All right, let me bring you in so I can get set up your channel. All right, let's say hello to Brad. Brad, how you doing, brother? Welcome to the show.
What's up, guys?
What's up? What's up?
What's going on?
I just want to hop on and say, obviously, go Niners. I'm stoked how the season's starting, and I love watching your podcast. I check it out as much as I can. So thank you for that. To be honest, like after watching these last, the early start to the season for the 49ers this year, like I never in my mind ever imagined a 49ers team going undefeated all the way to the chip. To me, it's not like something that you can ever really like kind of fathom or see as like realistic. But with this football team, if they stay healthy, I honestly feel like if it's close at the end of the regular season, they got to keep playing the last few weeks to keep that 1 seed. This team could go undefeated. They're that good, and I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on that.
Go ahead, Brandon.
You go first, but then I'll go after.
No, actually, I'm trying to do something real quick. So take it, bro, and I'll take it after you.
Um, Man, it'd be interesting to see for sure. I can see it happening. We still gotta go past our division for sure, and the Eagles. Um,
Yeah,
I still say like 13-4, but if they go undefeated, that's pretty impressive, especially with Brock Purdy.
yeah. It's gonna. I mean, it's. I don't know, man. I just got this. I just got this like kind of this funny feeling about this team that they're not only gonna get that number 6, but they're gonna do it with like nobody else, something never has done before. They got that kind of star power everywhere. Like everywhere you look,
Yep.
you guys know. You know what I mean? If any
Sure.
team could do it in the league, it's this team. They're that good.
I
Yep.
agree.
Do me a favor, Brad. Repeat the question you asked. I just want to make sure I hear it clearly because I was doing some
Sure.
things. Go ahead.
Basically, I'm just feeling like if this team stays healthy, they're so good. Like I really like if it's close at the end of the year and they got to keep playing all their guys and there's other teams they got to keep out of that 1 seed position. This team is good enough to go undefeated all the way through. I really feel like they're that good. So I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on that.
Yeah, this roster is definitely stacked. I haven't seen a roster like this, especially on both sides of the ball, but defensively since the Legion of Doom in Seattle. This is a great roster. This is what Kyle Shanahan, Brad, and John Lynch did. They built this roster not only for the moment but for the future, without putting us in jeopardy of the going over the salary cap. Murad Parag has handled his business in assigning and dealing with players, keeping him long term, and the fact that we have a rookie quarterback on a rookie deal, performing the way that he's performing, it allows us to maneuver other areas of need. And you're right. I think if we have to rest a lot of our starters, look at against the Cowboys, perfect example. In the fourth quarter, none of the starters played, or the majority of the starters did not play. And yet, you would think that Dallas would have an opportunity to at least get a field goal out of that fourth quarter without the starters playing. And what did they do? They still kept them at 10 points. And we intercepted the ball with Oren Burks. That's why, to me personally, if Greenlaw can go, I'm okay with Oren Burks starting in his place for this game against that offense of the Browns. But to answer your question, bro, I'm with you. I think the Niners are so stacked on both sides of the ball that even if they sat their starters for 2 to 3 games towards the end of the year, they can still go undefeated with their backers. I believe that Sam Darnold can win us games. Do I trust him all year? No. Do I trust him for 2 to 3 games? Absolutely.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, thank you guys. I'll let the next caller get in. Also, I don't think we're done making moves too. I think they got 1 or 2 more moves that they might be looking into making,
Oh,
and that's going to be interesting to see too.
before you leave,
Sorry. Yeah.
I got a question for you.
Sure.
Who do you want? Who do you want them to get next? Your opinion.
Oh man. I mean, they're saying guys like J.C. Horn might be available or Pat Surtain. Like, if you got it, like, you go out and get a guy like that, like, that's. I mean, come on, like, that's just like. I mean, not that Lenore, there's anything wrong with him, but you go out and get another like superstar guy like that. That would be huge for
Mm-hmm.
this team. I think the Randy Gregory edition is going to be interesting to see how that goes. I think him on the other side, like, on third down, that's going to help Bosa and the defense out even more. So you go out there and get another, shut down corner out there with the stacked D line that we have. It's just going to put that defense at an already even more elite level than they're already at. So, to me, that's the next move to make is more depth at DB.
That's a good choice. Now, I'll be honest, and I see that we have rock star guy in the green room, so I'll be with you. I like the idea of bringing in someone like Sartain, but are we bringing him in just for 1 year? Are we bringing him long term? If we do bring him in, we need to understand. Listen, I know we want to win a Super Bowl, we want to win now, but we also got to think of the future. At least I do, in a sense where if we do bring someone like Sartain into this roster, and we keep him longer than 1 year, that's pretty much we can kiss the opportunity of bringing Brandon back as a receiver. We're just not going to have the money to be able to spread it out. We're going to be way over the cap next year. I know that we have a lot of money available this year, but I'd rather roll it in to next year to help us kind of balance ourselves up a little bit and use that towards Brandon. I like the idea that we bring these corners, but I think our secondary is playing good enough and our pass rush is being dominant. Now, I understand injuries do happen. That can change everything. But if we can remain healthy, I don't see holes in neither side of the ball. I know a big question was McKivitz at right guard. He's playing solid. We had questions the opposite of Bosa. Well, we brought Gregory for nothing. So I like the idea that we can bring players like big names. Brandon, what are you calling twice? Oh, he froze. Brandon and his internet. Hold on, guys.
Internet, bro. I swear to God.
Yeah, okay. I'm talking right now, and then I look up and it says Brandon calling, and I see you, but I didn't realize you were frozen. So, yeah. Brad, I like that idea of bringing in some players, but I'd rather bring in someone that is not going to cost as much. They can help us, kind of like more of a backups in a sense of in case we do lose a player here and there that we can use to fill in.
Go get Frank Clark. Why not?
Like Frank Clark, yes. Frank Clark is one.
Why not?
There's a
more
corner
D-line, more edge depth. Like if you have guys coming off the edge every rotation that can get after the quarterback like that, I mean that's only going to help.
And he won't cost much, so that's a good thing. And then there's a corner in Carolina, I forgot his name, but he's not going to cost much this year to bring him. He can play safety, he can play corner. He's versatile that way. Sartain can only play corner, so it's just. I'm open to bringing someone in for depth.
They said Bowles too from the Broncos might be available. The right tackle, he was an All-Pro a couple years ago. They're just getting rid of everybody over there. But it doesn't hurt to have guys like that better in depth. I mean, McKivitz has played great, but you never know when one guy goes down. Are we going to trust, Jalen Moore, whomever it might be,
for the right price? And what I mean the right price is what he's going to make with us and how much capital do we have to give up to go get a player.
What about Brian Burns?
Oh, man. Yes. Why not?
Do we need him right now? I would like to see at least a week or two of Gregory.
Beto, if we're going all in,
but I don't want to be like the Rams. I don't want to win a Super Bowl this year and then be miserable for the next few years.
We'll be all right next year, though. We're not going to be like the Rams.
There's no guarantee of that.
If we get Sartain, I think isn't he on his rookie contract still?
He's on his last year.
His last year.
He's in his third or fourth year of it.
Fourth. Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, you're gonna have to pay him bank, bro. We can't afford him not to keep him. And do you really want to give up a lot of capital for a 1 year rental in a position that he can definitely make better, but it's not completely needed?
Well, we basically gave up nothing for Gregory.
That's the key. We gave up nothing. That's the whole word right there. Nothing. And so if he doesn't work out, we don't lose nothing.
Don't be surprised of them making a move before the trade deadline.
No, I wouldn't be surprised. I just hope they don't give up an arm and a leg for someone for a 1 year rental. Is what I'm saying.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for having me on.
All right, Brad. Thank you for coming on, bro. I appreciate your question. You have a wonderful weekend, my friend.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
have a good weekend.
All right, let's go ahead and bring in Crazy, or not Crazy, but Rockstar, his brother. What's up, Rockstar guy?
What's up?
What's up, brother? How you
Niner
doing?
gang.
What's up, bro? What's up with your
Uh,
brother?
what's up with my brother?
Yeah, his voice.
You see, we went all the way to Dallas, and we went to the watch party at the Cowboy Stadium. I'm surprised I even survived without a hazmat suit and a gas mask. But that's besides the point. Yeah, he was yelling so loud that he literally ruptured his voice cords.
Yeah, he was trying to actually speak, and it was like, yeah, bro, it was straining. I couldn't catch what he said. He was like really gasping there. So I'm like, and he was trying to use this Google thing, and I'm like, yeah, that's kind of creepy. So I tell him, get better soon and drink some honey and tea, and then call back on another show. But I'm
Yeah,
glad you
that's
were
what
able
he's
to call
literally
in.
doing. Yeah, that's what he's doing right now. He's literally chugging honey and tea right now.
Yeah, that'll help. But his voice looks like he's definitely going to need a couple of days to for it to come back. So, what was your thoughts of the game of the Cowboys beat down? I mean, the Niners beat down of the Cowboys.
Well, I was expecting it because, it's the freaking Cowboys.
I don't know if he's. I don't
I
know. Are
mean,
you
what
with
can you expect from los pendejos de la estrella la pinche helmet? Ugh,
Los
my
Pendejos?
voice got a little high there.
Yeah, a little scary high, bro.
You're never gonna get as high as me, puto, but you got high enough.
Whatever, buddy.
Oh, somebody's using. Can somebody slap my co-host Brandon? He's frozen, stuck in time.
Alright, so anyway, my predictions for the Browns game is as much as I hate to say it, the Browns are like one of those teams where you can always expect like nothing out of them, but still never sleep on them because they have plenty of upsets, bro.
Okay, we're back. God damn it.
That's what happens when you have a Metro for your internet service, bro.
I have Dion Niner Gang podcast internet.
Yeah, yeah, I sure do. So, what was your favorite play, Rockstar? What was your favorite play in that game?
Good question. Probably every mistake Dak made.
That's funny. That is funny because Stephen A. Smith from First Takes, he said he made a bet with Marcus Spears, who played for the Cowboys in the past. He made a bet that that Dak was going to throw 2 interceptions in this game. He's only had thrown 1 against Arizona, and he made a bet that he was going to just throw 2. And Dak did not disappoint. In fact, not only did he not disappoint, he threw an extra one for measure. So throwing 3 interceptions against our defense is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
What's up, Ted? I see you, brother.
What's up, Ted?
And I see you guys. I see David Corona. I see Eric in the green room. Eric, you're next, and then David Corona. So please hang in there patiently in the green room. I will get to you soon. So anything you want to talk or share about Rockstar? About the Browns game?
Well, yeah, that's actually what I was about to say.
Talk to me, bro.
So, as much as I hate to say it, I don't think we're gonna be victorious in this game because the Browns are they're like this bad team. Never sleep on them because I've seen them upset a lot of teams.
Yeah,
So
but they don't have Deshaun Watson.
They don't have an offense.
They don't have an offense either.
Even if they had Deshaun Watson.
That's true.
I just, you know what, Rockstar and Brad, I just cannot see. I'm a guy. I like matchups. Okay, I love matchups. I I don't care whether we play away or at home. Everything's about matchups. And I look across the board, our defensive line compared to their offensive line, who is struggling. They don't have a run game. The receivers, Cooper is not really doing great. And no Deshaun Watson. No Deshaun Watson. It's PJ Walker. We're going to storm and go. We're going to put pressure, that kid under pressure. We got Gregory out now that's going to help out to do that. I just can't see them moving the ball. I'll be surprised if the Browns get more than 7 points in the whole game. I really
agree.
will be surprised. I'm not saying we're going to score a lot, but if you ask me, what are the better chances? Us scoring 45 against their defense or them scoring 14 against our defense? I will take the 45 against their defense before I take the 14 on against our defense.
I agree.
Well, really good point. They don't have a quarterback, and they don't have their running back either. So, yeah, you got a point there. So you just changed my mind. Yes, I do think we're gonna win with and I think we're gonna probably gonna be a score of like, I don't know, like 30 to like 3.
That's a possibility. That's not even a far fetch. I just can't see them moving the ball on this defense. Dallas's offense is way better right now than the Browns, and they struggled mightily. They only got 10 points. I just can't see the Browns doing it. The only way I can see it is if we mess up on our side and we fumble the ball and in their 5-yard line and we give them a short yards to complete a touchdown. I can see that, but I doubt it that's going to happen. It's hard for me to see their offense really showing up against our defense. Our defense would completely have to lay an egg. But hey, Rockstar guy, I'm going to have to let you go. I have other guys in the queue. I appreciate you, man, for popping in. Tell your brother to get better. Keep drinking that honey and tea, and go Niners.
Yep, go Niners.
All right, brother. I like these guys. These guys are pretty cool. And before I bring in Eric, you have anything you want to add, Brandon?
No, go ahead, man. We're good.
Okay. Let me bring Eric for a few minutes, and then I'll bring David in. Eric. What's up, Eric? My Seahawk friend. How you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm doing all right. How y'all doing tonight?
We're doing good, man. It's Friday night, getting ready for the weekend. College football tomorrow. A couple of baseball playoff games play tomorrow. Preseason basketball. And on Sunday, the big game. The Niners taking on the Browns. And then your Seattle Seahawks are coming off a bye. So, so far, everything looks good. How's your week there, Eric?
Everything's going pretty good. I actually got to see a lot of people at work today. They had no school in Seattle, so that was fun.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. So how do you feel about your team being 3-1?
I'm pretty happy about it.
Okay. Now I know you're an honest a fellow. I know you're not one that is delusional. You speak a lot of truth. Right now, this year, not last year, not just this year, in your opinion, and I want your true opinion, who do you think is better or playing better, Geno Smith or Brock Purdy?
You know, I'm going to be, but I got to say Brock. I just have to say Brock because I just feel like Brock, he can do things Geno can't do. Like last year when y'all came into Seattle and Brock Purdy beat the Seahawks, that showed to me right then and there how good he really was.
Yeah. See, this is why I like to ask you questions, because you're an honest individual.
Right.
and you tell it the way it is, not the way you don't bring the fan part of you into it. And I respect that a lot. Gino, I'm not saying Gino's bad. Gino's good, and he's
Yeah,
playing good football, and he can win a lot of games with your team. But Brock, it's the reason why I brought it up because Eric Wright from First Things First was brought up a question about how Brock Purdy was playing way worse than Geno Smith and so forth. And again, nothing against Geno Smith, but I just don't.
Okay.
Hey, listen, Hurts this year is not better than Brock Purdy.
No.
You know what I mean? He's not playing better
Yeah.
than Brock Purdy. So it's like, people might say, well, you're telling me, I'm telling about this year. And I'm tired of that the Brock Purdy doesn't get the respect that he deserves. He's a system quarterback. If you put him somewhere else, can he do the same thing? We'll never know. And we don't need to know because he's in a system that is tailor fit for him and he's executing what he needs to execute to do and play out what Kyle Shanahan is calling. So to me, there's nothing more dangerous than a head coach and a quarterback being on the same page with play calling and execution as these two guys are.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very good thing that y'all got going on right now.
I'm looking forward to playing you guys later on in the season. I do believe the Seahawks are the biggest threat to the Niners in the NFC West. The Rams are, they're showing little spots here and there, but they are young. Arizona, they have an identity crisis over there. I think Seattle is, with Pete Carroll, is doing the right thing. He's always going to get these guys motivated. They're always going to want to play for Pete Carroll. And the game against the Niners and the Seahawks, I want them to be competitive. I want to see a good game amongst Seattle. I don't want to just beat them down. I want to have a good game and ultimately win. But I think the rivalry might be actually starting between Seattle and the Niners. People are like, but they've been playing for years. I said, no. Seattle's been kicking the Niners' ass for years. There's no rivalry.
Yeah.
It's just no right. Just like the Rams can't call a rivalry on us. We kick their ass every year. Twice on Sunday. So rivalries to me is when you win some, we win some, back and forth battles. And I believe that that's going to start with Seattle. So that might turn into a rivalry going forward, and it'll be fun to watch. Any last things you want to say before I bring my next guest in and let you go, my friend?
Yeah, I'm just glad we're not playing y'all this weekend because DK was talking smack about Jamal Chase, which is pretty dumb on his part. My issue with DK is that he doesn't know when to not say anything. And sometimes I just wish he would just keep his mouth shut.
Yeah, I hear you. I always appreciate you, Eric. You're awesome. Good luck with your team. I'm not a Seattle fan. I don't care about Seattle, but because of you, my friend, out of respect for you, I wish your team good luck. I hope your team comes out of it healthy, and I look forward to our game against each other.
Oh, yeah.
All right, my friend, you have a wonderful evening and a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the game on Sunday.
How about?
All right. I like this guy. This guy's so genuine, honest. I just want to say welcome to Steve-O in the house that came in. We got fired up Niners in the house. We got my girl Laura Cat in the house. What's up, Laura Cat? How are you doing? Before I bring in David Corona, fired up Niners says, I can't believe you compared Brock Purdy with that genocide Smith. Listen, I'm not comparing him. I was just quoting Eric Wright saying that he was better than Geno Smith. So, but let's bring in David Corona into this Mad Max talk. What's up, David?
What's up, man?
Good to hear from
Can you
you,
guys hear
man.
me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
How's it going,
Yeah.
dude?
What's up, man? Yeah,
Fired up?
man. I won 170 last week.
I forgot you're the betting guy. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But yeah, Geno Smith's not gonna win the Super Bowl. I got a bet with Joe Stevens. If Geno Smith win the Super Bowl in 3 years, I have to get a tattoo of Geno Smith on my ass. But
I knew you were going to say it. I can't believe you said it on my show. Bro,
if he
you're
doesn't
saying
win
that with pride.
If he doesn't win the Super Bowl, I get a free jersey. Mother, you were there.
Yeah. Boy, who do you think you're getting the jersey from? So yeah, I was there. But let me just kindly set the picture for all my viewers that are watching that weren't not there or haven't heard or don't know what you're talking about. My boy David Corona and my boy Joe Stevens, who is a Seahawks fan, made a bet. Now, I think the bet is one-sided because whenever you bet a jersey versus getting a tattoo on your ass, to me, that's a one-sided bet because you can always get rid of the jersey, but the tattoo. So the bet is this. Geno Smith has 3 years, this year and 2 more years, to win a Super Bowl. If he wins a Super Bowl, my boy David Corona gets a tattoo on his ass and can never take it off. If Seattle don't make it to the Super Bowl with Geno Smith, and I don't think he has to win it, he just has to make it, if I'm not mistaken, then my boy Joe Steven buys David Corona a jersey. My hat's off to you, David. That takes a lot of werewolves to do it, but bro.
Hey, I got confidence. He won't win no Super Bowl in 3 years. I'm confident.
Your ass needs to be confident because that's the one that's going to get tagged.
I'm not worried.
Kudos to you, my friend. Kudos. You have the balls. You do. I wouldn't ever make that bet. Even I don't care how confident I am. That's bro. And I think you have to get Seattle, right? You have to get a Seattle tattoo on your butt.
I have to get a Geno Smith Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, bro. That's a little too high for my blood.
I'm confident. They won't win no Super Bowl in 3 years. So talking about this game, I said without Watson, I say the score will be 41-13. Niners smoke the Browns.
Yeah, I know that we're going off of last week. We put 42 points on the Dallas Cowboys defense. I give respect to the Browns defense. Myles Garrett. They have the kid they brought over from the Minnesota Vikings, who was part of the Packers. I'm trying to think. It's Smith, I think is the last name.
They got Cooper.
And they got Cooper. But they have a good defense. But again, our offense is so good that even if they struggle, they're going to be able to muster points against their defense. And maybe it's not a blowout. Maybe it's 17 points. But even if they put up 17 points, David, even if they put up 17 points, I don't see the Browns putting up more than 17 against our defense. So,
I say 41-13.
41. Hey, that could happen. That definitely could happen.
And I say Christian McCaffrey will score. I say he scores 2 touchdowns on the ground and 1 touchdown on the air.
Okay, so 3 TDs for Mr. CMC.
Yeah.
So what about Debo and Ayuk?
I say Debo will score 1 touchdown.
All right, so we're talking 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And what about Debo? You? So excuse me.
You, I say he'll get more than 100 yards. Uh, Passing yards. Same guy.
Interesting. More than 100 yards. I
Yeah.
like it. I like it. And maybe
Yeah.
Kittle can just block in this game since he got his 3 touchdowns last week, huh?
Yeah. Is he getting fined because he had that T-shirt on?
Yeah, he got fined
Yeah, he did.
$13,600 and something dollars.
Pocket change?
Yeah, for him, yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, pocket change.
Yeah. It's
So,
all perspective, bro. Because for him, if pocket change, for me, yeah. It'll take me about at least
Yeah.
2 months to come up with that.
Yeah. I say the Niners will go. I say they'll go 8-0 when they come to the bye. They play Jacksonville. So after the bye, we'll be 9-0, and then after that, we just move forward. And I got another $50 against that guy CEO. He's a Ravens fan.
Okay.
He's one of YTC's friends.
Is it really?
Yeah. So he thinks the Ravens gonna own us. How they've been doing the last couple of years. Not this year.
Well, you can think Lamar Jackson is still Lamar Jackson, and he's still, you still have to make sure you can contain him. But, and I understand that their receiver, what's his name?
All day Beckham.
Yeah, he's starting to come to his own from the injury. But I just, if the Niners don't get injured, if the Niners continue to play their type of football, I just don't see anybody beating the Niners but the Niners themselves by mistakes, penalties, or injuries. Other than that,
Yeah.
I don't see. Now, I'm not saying we're going to go undefeated, but like I said earlier, I like to look at matchups, and
I,
that helps me out to know how we're going to do or our chances to do towards a team. Matchups is everything, and we have playmakers across the board, Pro Bowlers everywhere.
Oh yeah. In my feeling, in my gut, I'm confident we're going 17-0, win the first playoff game, win the second one, go all the way to the Super Bowl. That's what 20-0.
Yeah, because we'll have a bye if we go undefeated, obviously. So
Yeah.
that'll be 17, 18.
19,
No, actually,
yeah.
we have a bye. Yeah, 18, 19, then 20 with the Super Bowl. That'll be 20.
Yeah, so we go 20. I say 20-0.
All I gotta say is I'm taking it one game at a time.
Yeah,
I'll
so,
get
so
it.
am I.
Yeah, me too.
I'm allowing. Yeah, I'm taking it one at a time as well. It's a little bit too much to say that we're going to go 7. If we get there, great. But yeah, definitely let's take it one game at a time.
At a time. I can't wait. I can't wait to play the Eagles in Week 13. I want that revenge game.
Me too.
Yeah, this is what happens
Yeah.
when you have two keyboards in front of you. I couldn't get it to work, and I'm like, why isn't it copy and pasting? So I was using the wrong. I have 2 computers, and it was 2 keyboards. So
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for that game.
yeah,
I know.
Neither can I.
I know we're gonna see the Eagles in regular season, and I think we're gonna see them again in the playoffs. So if we go to number 1 seed, we will see them over there in Philadelphia, and after that they will come to us in the playoffs at home.
Yeah,
So
if everything goes the way it's trajecting to go right now, both teams are 5-0. Although the Niners are playing better football than the Eagles, but if they continue to go to the trajectory they're going, that Week 13 is going to show us a lot of who's going to get the first round bye, who's going to win the home field. That game's going to be amplified so much. But I honestly think that the Eagles have a chance of losing before. Not that we can't lose either, but based on our schedules, the Eagles have a chance. I mean, the Eagles, they beat up the Rams in the fourth quarter. Yes, they shut them down. but they kind of struggled with them for 3 quarters. And that's
Yep.
the
Yeah.
Rams. So
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I was going to say Hurts is not playing great. Their running game is pretty
They're not
good,
the same team.
but
They're
it's not the same.
team.
And it's because the offensive coordinator is not the same guy there calling the plays. So they're struggling a little bit. Look at the ceiling and look at the floor by what they won by and what they have lost by.
Yeah.
It's pretty close. There's no separation there. So I'm not worried about the Eagles. But like Brandon said, though, 1 week at a time. I am not looking at nobody past the Browns. This week is the Browns, and then we'll look at the following team after
Monday night.
Yeah, because Monday night against Minnesota. You know what I mean? And then we play. But anyway, I was going ahead of myself. But just 1 week at a time. Before I let you go, David, give me a prediction. Or you already gave me a prediction. So instead of that, give me your MVP on the offense and your MVP in the defense.
I say my MVP is I go with Greenlaw.
You know he might not play, right?
Oh shoot.
So it's gonna be hard.
I go with Fred Warner.
Fred Warner. What about offensively?
Fred Warner on the defense, and I go with Christian McCaffrey.
Good picks. All right, David. Always a pleasure. Let's go. Gino, don't win no Super Bowl in the next 3 years. Keep my boy Corona's ass cleaned up. So we don't want no tattoos on his butt.
Yep.
All right,
I
brother.
salute you guys, man.
But I didn't see the private message.
Hey,
hold on.
Beto.
Yeah.
I gotta get going, but
oh, that's right.
Continue on the show, man. Appreciate it. And then chat, if you haven't yet already, hit that like, subscribe button on both channels. Like I said, 9 Seconds Podcast, Very Faithful Podcast. Give us get some views up there, get our algorithm going, all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
And Beto, keep doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate it, brother. Enjoy your birthday party.
Thank you. Link the call-in link on my page too, and I'll have 90 Till and Arner call in for you. All right,
brother.
All right, I'll talk to you later, dude.
All right, talk to you later. That was my boy Brandon, who popped in 4 times, in and out internet issues, but who was counting? Hold on, guys. Oh, I disappeared. Where did I go? Give me a second, guys. Boom. There I am. So Kimo says it could be a trap game. The Browns won't have their QB, one of their offensive linemen. 2 of their offensive linemen are out. They're 2 of them. I forgot what positions. I know one's a tackle. And of course, no running back. Just can't take them lightly. And I don't think our Niners will. 35-9. Yeah, I don't expect the Niners to take this team lightly. I think the Niners are well prepared. I love the way that Steve Wilkes has the defense zoned into this game. I like the way Chris Kasarik is doing with the front 4. The addition of Randy Gregory. And I want to talk about Randy a little bit. I don't think people really realize how much this kid is going to impact this defense. I have nothing against Drake Jackson from USC. Drake Jackson is going to be a great player, is a great player. He'll be a better player going forward. And I can't to see Jackson hit his stride in the near future. But adding someone like Randy Gregory, long body, long arms, quick, on the edge, opposite of Bosa, with Hargrave and Armstead, it's going to change that defense much more. Now you bring Jackson as a rotational, you bring Farrell, you bring Givens, you bring Kinlaw to rotate between Hargrave and Eric Armstead. We have depth across the board. We have depth. So I'm excited to see how this defense looks against the Browns. I'm particularly interested in seeing Randy Gregory. I've been watching his tape when he played for the Broncos, the little stint that he had with the Broncos this year, a little bit last year. And this guy is underrated. He's a beast. He's an animal that has not been unleashed. He is an animal that has not been unleashed. The potential is there. And if anybody can unleash the monster within, it will be Chris Kasarik. Chris Kasarik made, what's the name of that cat that came from the Raiders 2 or 3 years ago? And then went to the Jaguars and got paid. I can't think of him. But made him look like a freaking Pro Bowler. And the guy that we picked up from the Raiders 2 or 3 years ago doesn't have even close to the talent that Gregory does. Okay? So let's keep that in perspective. He doesn't have that type of talent. So now you bring in a kid like Randy Gregory into the scene under Chris Kasarik, and he unleashes the potential of this man with already being tutored by Nick Bosa. If you guys seen the videos by David, I want to give a shout out to David Lombardi for putting the videos of Nick Bosa working one-on-one with Randy Gregory about our defensive system. This kid is going to bring havoc. This defense is going to be lights out. Again, nothing against my boy Jackson. But Gregory is a special talent. He was playing great with Dallas. He went for the bag. Every player should go for the bag. He did it with the Broncos. But the Broncos hired the coach is over there with the Jets right now, Hackett. Terrible coach. So that messed him up. And then right now this year, the Broncos are playing like crap. And he got hurt last year. He's finally healthy. He's finally ready to go. He's hungry. And no disrespect to Trey Lance, but he's going to make that number 5 look hella good. That number 5 is going to have a meaning on the field now. It's not going to be just a backup with hopes. He's going to have a meaning. So I cannot wait to see how he does. I just want to welcome Arnir to the channel. How you doing? I hope I did not mess up your name. If I did, my apologies. Don says, that's good. I see doing good. Just hang out. Okay, you guys are talking to each other. That's beautiful. My boy Brandon says, call in. The lines are there for you guys to call in. If you want to call in, I'm going to put it on the screen. Oh, there I go again with the wrong keyboard. If you want to call in, click on it. I'll bring you on for a little bit. We've been on about an hour, but I'm excited, guys. I hope you are too. I hope you understand how much it means to bring in a guy like number 5 into the mix. This guy knows how to go after the quarterback. And the Broncos was using him as a linebacker, outside linebacker. He was usually standing for most of his plays. He's going to get the opportunity to put his hand on the dirt. With the Niners, he's going to have the opportunity to put his hands on the dirt. That's a dream for every defensive end. Put your hand on the dirt, pin your ears back, and go after the quarterback. See and attack. And this, I cannot wait to see PJ go out there and just see deer in the headlights. He's going to have to face Gregory, Hargrave, Armstead, Bosa, Kinlaw, Jackson. And now Jackson, I believe Jackson will start on Sunday. I think that because Gregory hasn't really been practicing a lot, he will start against the Browns, but I don't see why they won't bring Gregory and 3rd and longs to kind of get his feet wet. And the more he does, the more they'll bring him in. But I'm excited, guys. I'm excited to see this game played because of number 5. I really think. Now, we might not see much. Maybe a couple of glimpses of the future with him. But I think he's going to make an impact enough. I think he's going to make an impact enough. Hold on, guys. I think he's going to make an impact enough to showcase what we have. And I know a lot of people have mentioned Burns. Bring in Burns. You're going to have to give up a number 1, a 2, maybe a player for a Burns. I want to see what we have in Gregory. If Gregory works out, guys, if he plans out, okay, my goodness, we gave up nothing. We own his contract for the next 3 years. If he doesn't plan out, we cut him. There's no, we don't owe him nothing. There's no debt money. We can just cut him and move on. All we did was trade a 2025 6th round we gave up our 6th for their 7th. But if you think about it, the way this year is going, the Niners 6th round pick is going to be really, really low. Really low. At the bottom of the 6th round because of our record. And as bad as the Broncos are playing, their 7 is going to be the top, at the very top of that 7th round. Which means, in all reality, we're probably looking somewhere between 8 to 10 spots lower. But if Gregory hits and plays as well as I think he will, and he makes an impact as much as I think he will, I expect that 6 or for that 7 wouldn't even matter. I think we got a gem in Randy Gregory. He's only 30 years old. He'll be 31. He has a lot of left in his gas tank. We got rotational pieces, so he don't have to play every down. We can rotate him in. Even if we use Randy as our 3rd down specialist, put Jackson in the 1st, 2nd, and then bring fresh legs of Randy Gregory in the 3rd. Imagine we do that. All right, we got Chemo in the house. Let me bring in Chemo. Chemo, what's up, my friend?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
All right. Great to be on the show with you, my brother. Long time. This was the first time that I have decided to watch our Niners in a different perspective. I'm always in there, up in everybody's grind about it. I have just been not only impressed, but amazed in how our team is doing this year. I do have a couple of concerns, especially, I like what they did with Randy Gregory, don't get me wrong. But the only thing I'm always concerned with is that when we add, what will it do to the chemistry? Will it improve it or will it not? And the biggest part is that in my family right now, I'm the lone Niner fan. I got a brother that's a Dallas fan, and he ain't saying a word to me after the butt whipping his team suffered. My younger brother, he's a Cardinal fan. Of course, the week before that and last year, owned Little Red Birdies, okay? So right now, I'm at the top of the mountain, been for a few years, because every time I've heard the trash talk from them, our Niners have gone further than their teams have. Or because of our Niners, responsible for why they're eliminated. I want to say that I believe they're going to be undefeated, but I also, just like you, I have to take it a game at a time. What I can say about Brock Purdy, wow. We talk about striking gold. We struck gold with him.
Absolutely.
Um, I I've heard, some people are saying, like Shannon Sharp, who I have great respect for. He said today that he doesn't think that Brock Purdy is an elite quarterback. My opinion is, if our team goes on to win the big dance and bring that sixth trophy, you have to, at that point, you got no choice in the matter. You're going to have to say he is elite. And that's just my opinion. Of course, it's a biased opinion because I think highly of Brock Purdy, and I think he's going to get better and better.
Yeah, listen. I hear you. People are commentating like Shannon Sharp. He's not an elite quarterback. Blah blah blah. RC was the only one out of the three that said he was a elite. This is the deal, though. This is the deal for me. Is he winning games? Is he a difference maker? Is he doing enough to get us to where we need to go? And that's the direction that we're going. I can care less. I for sure not that I know him personally, because I don't, but based on his character of Brock Purdy, he can care less about being an elite. He wants to win a Super Bowl because his chances of getting a nice big contract is going to be in the mix with that Super Bowl win. I'm not saying he won't get one if he doesn't make it, but even better. So his concentration is on winning a Super Bowl. He's in the right trajectory. The team has a wonderful roster. And the fact that people say, well, if you move Brock Purdy out of a different team, if you put him with the Packers, if you put him with Buffalo, if you put him here, this is the reality. Okay? This is the reality, Kimo. He is not with the Buffalo. He's not with Green Bay. He's not there or here. He's with the San Francisco 49ers with a head coach like Kyle Shanahan. They can call great plays. He has wonderful weapons at his disposal to use to win games. I can care less if he can win in Buffalo. I care less. He's winning here. The team that I root for, the team that you root for, are the San Francisco 49ers. Get us to a Super Bowl. Let's win a Super Bowl. Let's not worry whether he has a big arm, whether he's 6'3", 6'4", 230 pounds. Let's win the Super Bowl with Brock Purdy. And he's doing that. He plays with poise. The game is not too big for him. His processing, Kimo, his processing is a superpower. That is a superpower. He can process so quickly. People don't realize how important that is in football, to process what's going on, to be able to scope the field and to make the necessary adjustments. Yes. I don't care if you have the biggest arm, if you're the biggest player, if you can't process, okay, and again, maybe because he hasn't played a lot of football. Trey Lance could not process. He struggled. And he couldn't figure out. And I'm not batching on him, but he's 6'3" or 6'4". He's your prototype quarterback with the big arm, but he wasn't doing much. You get Brock Purdy that is able to move, and I hate the comparisons that he's an upgrade of Jimmy Garoppolo. He is above Jimmy. Jimmy has already what? 7 interceptions. 7. Yep. Let's remind everyone, the quarterback that was throwing a lot of interceptions in practice in the offseason, a lot of Niner fans were worried and making accusations that they were not looking forward for Brock Purdy to play because his arm wasn't healed yet. There's honest fear about that because nobody knew. But when it comes to interception, he was throwing interceptions left and right, Kimo. People don't realize in practice you are doing things and you're trying to figure things out. You're trying to anticipate where your receiver is going to be at. And if you make a mistake, there's when you want to make the mistake in practice, not in real games. Just for a reminder, Kimo, how many interceptions have Brock Purdy thrown this year in 5 games?
0.
How many again?
Goose egg.
Goose egg. How many? Okay, so for a guy that was throwing interceptions left and right in practice,
Right.
and people were so scared, hasn't thrown nothing. Is he going to go the whole season without? I don't know. Probably not, but he hasn't. He's very careful. And the reason why he's careful is because his processing is quick. He can process, he can see defenders. And I love that about him.
Yeah, he does that well. And plus, people don't understand, which I've tried to say to a lot of, I've tried to say this to my brothers, and they're finally catching on to it. Brock Purdy has somebody in his ear, but it's not just somebody. It is the guy that created what he is trying, what he's doing, what he's performing out there on the field. He's talking to the guy that created it or picked it up from his dad, okay, and Coach Kyle. So he's going to give him confidence. He scripts the plays just like it's a Niner tradition, and they go over exactly what they're going to do. Now, whether it works or not, that's the scripted plays are for, just like practice. And they figure it out. And Brock Purdy right now is just a perfect fit right now. I maybe that's putting too much on Brock Purdy, but I think he is, because the way he is running this offense is incredible. No disrespect to Jimmy Garoppolo, but Brock Purdy is just outperforming Jimmy. And you look at Coach Shanahan right now. Does he look like he has a look of like, I got to be concerned with what my QB does compared to how he was for the last few years? Because let's just face it, our QB situation, that was always, everybody kept telling me that was the Achilles heel. Why our team couldn't get over the hump is because the quarterback. Yeah, it's a good point, but you can't say it right now. I mean, I don't know if he will remain, just like you, I don't know if he's going to go through the season without an interception, but he has got such poise. He processes just as quick as you say he does. He understands what is expected of him besides what he expects of himself. He has the confidence of everybody on that team. When you hear Fred Warner say what he says about Brock Purdy, that speaks volumes. When you hear Nick Bosa say what he says, and these are the guys on the other side of the ball. And when you got the number one defense to practice up against, you're going to either get better or you're not. And what can anybody say? I don't have to say it. These 5 games, we've seen it. And I'm just excited for what more is to come. Now, looking into Cleveland, I do believe that this could be a trap game. But if our Niners keep playing with the same poise and confidence that they have for 5 weeks now, they should continue to do what they do. I mean, it's hard to maintain that. I mean, I'm thinking about week 13 myself, the Eagles. But I just keep seeing every week, and I don't know if all of our Niners and the Empire sees it, but I just see our team getting more confident and more confident. In that Dallas game, that was not just a measuring stick for them. It was a measuring stick for our quarterback to prove to himself and to prove to everybody out there that wants to doubt him, this was a big message that he sent. And to me, my favorite play so far, and just because how it developed, was the very first touchdown that Kittle got. How Purdy takes the snap, he steps through the pressure, boom. He made it look easy. It wasn't, but he made it look easy. And I'm just happy because everything's clicking right now. And just like you said, the only thing that could stop the San Francisco 49ers is the San Francisco 49ers. I just don't see it right now. Don't want to get a big head about it. I'm proud of our team. I'm going to root for them no matter what. But I want to, I take it one game at a time, 1 week at a time. I don't want to get a big head. But I know what we got. And right now, I will say, as far as it goes right now, we do have the best team in the NFL going right now. And I do believe that we will make the Super Bowl. Now, whether we go in there undefeated, 1 loss, maybe 2, and I'm sticking to it. I believe that our team will represent the NFC and go into that Super Bowl. My Super Bowl pick is our Niners against Miami. and I think we're going to win. That's just me.
I like it. I like it. You're fired up, Kimo. I love it. I love that. I love the fire in you, bro. Hey, I'm gonna keep you on for a second. I just want to show somebody. I want to show people what we're facing on Sunday. Okay, I want to show people what we're facing on Sunday, real quick. Hold on. Give me a second. Where did he go? There it is. All right. So this is PFF. All right. So PFF grades individual players. We got our defense going against the Browns offense. And like I said earlier on my show, I think the Niners offense could struggle against their defense, but they're good enough to get points on the board. Even if they get 17 points, I just can't see the Browns offense, especially since Deshaun Watson's not playing and it's PJ going to be playing. I just don't see them moving the ball with ease, and I see them putting no more than 10 points on us if they get lucky. So you got grades. So you have, okay, we have Bosa grading at 94.2, going against the right tackle that is Jones, who's graded 55. You got Armstead, who's graded 86.2, going against the right guard, who's graded 65.6 against the Browns. You got Hargrave, who is graded 85, ninth in the league at his position, best, going against the center, which is 8th at 72.2. And then you got Farrell. Now, keep in mind, Farrell probably be the one starting, but you know you're going to get a lot of Randy Gregory in there. But Farrell's at 63.2, and you're like, wow, that's not that high, right? But their left tackle, because their left tackle is hurt, they're bringing in someone else. He is graded at 45.4. He's 65 in all the tackles and left tackles. He's not very good. And then you got Ward. Okay, you got Ward right here, who's graded 76.6, 15th best corner, going against People Jones, which is a good quarterback. I mean, good receiver normally, but he's not playing good this year. He's graded 52.8. He's 99 as a receiver.
Yeah.
Okay. You got Lenore, who's 61. He's graded at 63.6. He's going against Amari Cooper, who is 27th in the league at 74.8. Their quarterback, no great, because he's playing the Walker. You got Ford, the running back, 34th in the league at 64.8. Who's our linebacker? We got the 16th best linebacker right now, according to PFF, Warner, at 73.5. You got the 27th best at 69.5. And then, based off last week's game, you got Burks, who's at 92.7.
Yep.
Okay? That is going to be probably taking over Greenlaw if Greenlaw is unable to go. And then you got our safeties. You got Huff, 27th at 71.0. And then you got Gibson at 77.2, which is 11th best safety. Going against their defense. Now, this is the Browns unit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go their defense against our offense. Okay? So we look at Myles Garrett. He's second best edge rusher at 92.3, but he's going against our number one left tackle, Trent Williams, at 90.0. Now, they're going to move him around. I understand. Then you got Elliott, the guys in the middle, which are not good. You got Elliott and you got Talmanson. Both, one's 44.3, one's 59.6. Okay? You got Banks, who's right now he's hurt, but he's 50.7. You got Bernal 61.7. You got Burford at 49.5, and you got McKivitz at 58.8. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But then you got the skill players, right? So you got their corner, Newsom, 21st, 73.0, going against Brandon Ayuk, second best receiver at 93.2.
Right.
You got Ward, which is 62.0, 66th best, going against Deebo Samuel, 23rd at 77.1. Okay, then you got Jennings at 68.2. You got Kittle at 79.4, third best tight end. And then you got their linebackers at Walker Jr., 68, 34th. I can't even pronounce I can't pronounce this guy's name. He's 40th at 66.6. And then you got a Tikataki at 57.6, 60th. Their safety, they have one good safety, the third overall in Duplit, and then they have Thornhill, who's not good. He's going to be facing off Brock Purdy, eighth best quarterback right now. Imagine that at 78.4. And then he's going against CMC McCarthy at 82.9, third best running back. That's what they say. I think he's the best, but we're not going to argue that right now.
Right. I think pretty much what we saw, what our offense did to Dallas's defense, I think we're going to see pretty much the same thing, especially with Myles Garrett, because they're going to try to move him around just like Dallas tried to with Micah Parsons, which you put him up there with Trent Williams. That was stupid. You're not one of the best offensive linemen in football. So I think the Niners, we're going to see a lot of what they did to Dallas. So you're going to see a lot of those blocking, especially we're going to see a little bit more McCaffrey where, I've heard a lot of people criticize him saying that we're putting too much on him. But you know what? There was that young kid, Mason, that came in, and he's going to be key. And then, of course, I don't know about Elijah Mitchell. He went to practice. I don't know if he's going to be, he's questionable for the game. But I like that young kid, Mason. I think he showed pretty well. I mean, he scored a touchdown in that game with Dallas. I think we're going to see blocking where not just Kittle, but we're going to see Juice, how they handled, especially Micah Parsons. And I cannot, stop thinking about what Trent Williams did, getting one Dallas defender, running him into his own teammate. How many offensive linemen can do that in today's game? So I think that's exactly what our offense is going to do. Of course, we all know we're going to establish the run. I think Cleveland is going to kind of disguise it. They're going to try to establish the run and try to use Amari Cooper as much as possible. But, our defense is not too shabby. They're the best scoring defense right now, or they're at least the number one scoring defense. It's just that this also does have the makings of a trap game. But like I said, if the matchups are in our favor, it's just that you just got to go in there. Don't take them lightly. Continue to do what our team's been doing for the last 5 weeks. And I mean, to err is the human, but at the same time, I have that kind of confidence in our team because I've seen it. And like I said, with the addition of Randy Gregory, this could greatly improve our defense even more than they are. It's just that I think with all this being said about our team, just the fact that they're saying, oh, I think right now, what's the ranking of our defense right now? They're at least top 3. Our offense is in top 3.
Our defense number 1, bro.
Oh, it is number 1. Okay, well, I'm glad I'm corrected on that. We got top defense. We got one of the top offenses in the league. We got the quarterback that's leading QBR right now. Brandon Ayuk, we know it's a contract year for him. You know me, I've been on this guy's bandwagon since I seen him at Arizona State. In fact, I still think about it on draft night when I told you I think the Niners should get BA, and I've been happy ever since to see this guy's progression. I know he's had some rough years, but seeing him, especially, Brock Purdy is getting that ball to him, and he is making every asserted effort to catch it. And even when he doesn't, just the way he has played. So I think, I think this is going to be another game where it might, the Niners may start off slow, but then again, I do see that the emphasis is to get Brock Purdy into that game. Once he gets that rhythm going, and he ain't afraid. That's what I love about it. I think about that Dallas game. He throws that pass to BA. BA catches it. It was a first down pass. Then that holding penalty against us. And then what does Brock Purdy do? That proves that how his progression is getting better and better. Turns around, he throws that pass to Debo. And Debo, this team, of course, we lead in yards after catch. Everything is going our way right now. And like you said, the only thing that can stop us is ourselves. So, and looking at those numbers, you know as well as I do, numbers are numbers, but it's how it performs on game day. And I just think right now that compared to Cleveland, I just think right now everything is clicking on all cylinders. Even seeing our coach he's improving just as much as the team is improving. It's not. It's good to see in comparison to the last few years. Even though we haven't had before this year, we didn't have a shabby team at all. We had a very good team. I just think that this team has finally evolved to where we got a very good chance of getting number 6, and who knows what happens after that.
Exactly, bro. As we're going to be shutting it down, I'm going to keep you on as I close up shop. Been on here for an hour and a half. I'm glad to have you back on the show, bro. It's been a minute, and I agree with everything you've been saying. I'll say this real quick. People that hate on Kyle Shanahan, I just don't understand it. Yes, he hasn't won a Super Bowl yet. He'll get there. It took Andy Reid 20 years to get his first Super Bowl, and now he has 2 because he found the quarterback that he can win with.
Yep.
You got Kyle Shanahan, arguably the best play caller. He can scheme players open. He can put players in the greatest positions. He knows how to go against defenses. This guy is a genius. He now has a quarterback that can execute to the best of his ability to get and everything that Kyle wants to get it done. Kyle and John Lynch came in 2017. They gutted out the team. This team was a joke. We were losing. We were no good under Chip Kelly, under Jim Tonsula. We were just an embarrassment. They came in as a team. First time head coach. First time general manager. And before I get on them, I want to just give kudos and I want to give flowers to Jed York. Has he been the best owner in the beginning? No. Did he make some mistakes that I was like, what the heck are you doing? Yeah. But guess what? He was learning. He was learning how to be an owner. He was adjusting himself and trying to get his groove on with this team. And I believe that it took a lot of guts after we lost Harbaugh to go out and get Kyle and John for unproven individuals at the time and give them 6-year contracts. Okay? Unproven. And he has done everything that an owner is supposed to do. Pay the paychecks and get out of the way. Let your general manager and your head coach become a team and run the team and trust that they know what they're doing. Opposite of Jerry Jones, who always has his hands in everything. So he's paying the money. He's getting the Niners what they need. Kyle came in and John Lynch, they gutted out that team. only like 4 or 5 players were left behind. People want to talk about drafts. Well, we can't draft high draft picks. Solomon Thomas, Reuben Foster, this player, that player that didn't work out. What about the George Kittles in the 5th round in 2017? What about Debo and Bosa? What about getting Hufanga in the 1st round?
Yes.
Greenlaw. Getting players and stacking up this roster, getting some players in the free agency, drafting well in the late. Kyle coaching up minority coaches who get traded to other teams and become head coach. Robert Saleh, Mike McDaniels. Who else am I missing here? Oh, D'Amico Ryans, and then the general manager that went to to Washington.
Right.
So we got a bunch of 3rd round picks because he knows how to develop coaches. Okay.
Right.
Maybe he doesn't develop quarterback, although he's developing Brock with the help of Greasy, of course. But the point is this: since they've been here, we have been to 1 Super Bowl and 3 NFC championship games. Now, have we won the Super Bowl? No. Have we lost in the championship? Yes. But this team has become relevant. This team has become a force to be reckoned with. This team wins games. They are getting close every year. They haven't crossed the finish line due to injuries, due to uncertainty. But now, the reason why you said this team feels so good is because Kyle finally can trust his quarterback. That if he makes a mistake, he's not going to repeat it. He's going to play out what Kyle wants. Kyle has complete trust. Listen, and against the Cowboys, when Brock Purdy threw for the first down to, I think, Ayuk or Debo, and it was called back. It was actually Debo, and Ayuk was caught for holding, and they remember they called it back, and it was 3rd and 14. Normally, Jimmy Garoppolo, they would have ran the ball and just kicked the ball. They would have ran, tried to get as many yards, and they would have kicked the ball. Or they would have did a short pass for 5 yards and kicked the ball. What did Kyle do? He opened up the playbook. He put the ball in Brock Purdy's hands, and he just threw that ball beautiful in stride to Debo Samuel, not only for the first down, but plus yards. He has complete trust in Brock Purdy. He might not be your typical quarterback. He might not be 6'4". He might not be a big arm, but what he is smart between his ears. He's able to process, and most importantly, he can execute what Kyle Shanahan wants to do. And if those two guys are on the same page, which they are, this team with a great defense and great weapons is dangerous. And this is why it feels so good to be a Niner fan right now, because we're not only winning, we're kicking ass. 30 points or more in the last 8 games, Kimo.
Yep. And the biggest thing about Brock Purdy I like, he doesn't hang on to the ball too long. He gets rid of that puppy as quickly as possible. And we all know Jimmy Garoppolo, that was one of the biggest things. I still think about that last NFC title game where he hung on to the ball against the Rams. He hung on to the ball, and what happened? He throws it, and what happens next? Picked off.
Yeah.
So Brock Purdy understands. Kyle Shanahan understands. I even believe in that one situation where he turned around, he threw the play. I would not be surprised if I hear that he already was in talking to Purdy and telling him, Brock, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do this right now. They're not going to expect it, and we're going to give it to Debo. And I think that's exactly what happened at that sequence after that penalty was called. He wasn't going to mess around. I think Coach also wanted to prove something. And I believe it wholeheartedly he did. Not just the team, but him himself.
Absolutely.
Because one thing I remember they talked about on the NBC, they talked about it during the game. The defensive coordinator was his boss in Atlanta.
Yes, he was. Dan Quinn.
So, a lot of people I remember when back in 2019 when we got in the Super Bowl, they wanted to criticize Coach Kyle for what happened in that Super Bowl with Atlanta. But they forget he was just the offensive coordinator. He wasn't the head coach.
That is right.
And the guy that I think really short-stopped him was Dan Quinn on the other side. So, I think Coach wanted this game more than any game this year. I think he wants every game, but in this one in particular. So
you always want to go against your boss. You always want to go against that person that you work with, and you show that who you are. And I'm gonna close it with this. Once again, Kimo, you've been amazing. You've been an awesome caller. I appreciate you. Terrence. Oh my God, I'm tired. Terradome, thank you for popping in. I got my niece, Maud Lopez, in the house. We got Reedy in the house. You guys have been amazing. One thing that Brock Purdy lacked last year is his ability to move into the pocket, climb the pocket. He was always getting a little nervous, and he will always have the bad habit of running to his left. Run to his left. And he got himself in trouble. Brock Purdy changed that. I haven't seen that many runs to the left or any at that point. And I seen him climbing that pocket beautifully. As a matter of fact, that one play, the first touchdown to George Kittle.
So he stepped to the right.
That linebacker was frozen in time.
Yep.
He didn't know what to do. And Brock Purdy was able to extend that play because he was able to step in the pocket. Kittle came on the opposite side around, right in open space. Brock seen him and threw the ball beautifully for a touchdown. That linebacker did not know what was coming, and this is the type of football that Kyle plans out against opponents. This team is playing great football. They're executing very well. As long as they remain healthy and nobody gets hurt, this team will be difficult to beat. Kimo, thank you for being on the show. I'm going to let you go, and then I'm going to close shop. The wife got dinner. Right. The wife got dinner. She's been waiting on me, and she's been sending me some mean texts. I was supposed to get off at 7. All right, brother. Take care.
You too.
That was Kimo. Everyone in the chat, thank you for viewing. Thank you for hanging out with your boy. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to follow my boy, Brandon Forever Faithful Podcast in his channel. Thank you. Make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. If you're watching this on Facebook, please make your way over to YouTube and smash. Don, if you're still here, I got to contact you to get you those patches. All right, everyone. God bless. Have a wonderful Friday evening. Enjoy Saturday. And let's enjoy the game Sunday morning as we take care of business against the Browns. Until then, I'm out of here. I'm your boy. Go Niners. Peace.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.